Authority forecast with meteorologist Kimberly Newman.
Are you sneezing? Are you sniffling? According to Dr. Safadi and the Toledo Allergy Clinic, we are now into the grass pollen season. A lot of folks out there mowing the lawn today, and we now see high levels of mold, tree, and grass pollen across the area. With those allergens, it might be a little more difficult to get outdoors and stay outdoors. Plus, we've got this intense heat that we're really not supposed to be experiencing yet for this time of year. Isolated thunderstorms have been on the radar this evening. If you're saying, what thunderstorms where? It's because they've been so very scattered that they really had a very isolated impact around our area tonight. Now, those will fade away as we head towards 9 o'clock tonight with partly cloudy skies for the rest of the evening. Temperatures drop into the lower 70s. Believe it or not, one of those thunderstorms actually seems to have collapsed just overhead, bringing some gusty winds and minor damage to West Unity in Williams County. At 3:45, members of the Emergency Management Office reported 2 healthy trees and a utility pole snapped in that area. Gusty winds, about 3/4 of an inch of rain. So yeah, you might not have seen those thunderstorms in your area, but I promise you, some people did. Here's what the radar looks like right now, 512, and we've got most of those rain showers kind of pulling backwards across the area. And if we look closely at where that rain is falling right now, it is only in these very isolated areas. Now, just north of Ashland, we have a small but healthy cell. No thunderstorms across areas of Clyde, moving back towards Green Springs, and where a couple of finishing sprinkles are now south of Fremont. Plus, there is a little bit of rain now moving just north of Defiance, but again, our strike count is incredibly low, so the chance of thunderstorms for the rest of the night is pretty slim. Over the next couple of days, temperatures will stay below the 90-degree mark. Happy about that, but incredibly humid conditions are starting to move in. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday in particular, I would turn on the air conditioning before more comfortable conditions arrive this weekend. My Futurecast has just that line of isolated activity overhead now. Then, as we move into the evening hours, overnight and into Wednesday, thicker cloud cover builds, but we actually dry out quite a bit. We start the day off very mild for your Wednesday and start to see the slow but definite impacts from what is left over from subtropical depression Alberto. That's going to move up through Indiana and Illinois, but eventually bring us rain here in northwest Ohio. After the noon hour Wednesday, it's fair game for us to see some wet weather out there, and certainly tomorrow evening around 10 p.m., isolated thunderstorm chances will crank out on the radar. Additional chances on Thursday, but the best day for us to get a real soaker is on Wednesday. Thursday, I dropped it down to about a 40% chance. We're incredibly humid. That's what you need to pay attention to. Drink plenty of water and leave fresh water out for the pets as well. Friday, we're at 81 degrees with finishing showers on the radar. This weekend looks spectacular. Jamie, it's always about timing, right? So if we have to deal with humid weather, if we have to see storms on the radar, at least it's happening while we're all at work this week, and we've got great weather to look forward to this weekend.
And I was going to say, it's all about perspective, too. It's odd that at this point in May, we think that the 80s is cool.
Right. What's your threshold? What can you deal with? I'm an air conditioning person, so once we get above 77, I'm turning the air on and closing the windows. But a lot of folks so far this season have been enjoying the heat.
I'm not one of them so far, but I'm not going to complain. Thanks, Kimberly.